Alright guys, I just wanted to talk about this video that Parker Get a Job just uploaded. The link's in the description. And I'm not going to be going on about the politics or their arguments in the video per se. It's nothing to do with that. I'm more pointing out the intellectual dishonesty of Parker uploading the video in the way that he did and his tactics when making this video. It's something I've noticed that content creators do of all political sides of the spectrum, but something about this video just really rubbed me the wrong way, and I want to talk about it. Now, I think this is one of the reasons why conservatives dominate the political debate space on YouTube. Not saying that conservatives don't do this either, because they do, but I've noticed it's lots of times people like Parker that will upload videos like this and do the things that they do. And note, I'm not saying whether liberals or conservatives are right or wrong. That's not the point of this video. I'm just making an observation. Like, for starters, he walks up and he sees that Charlie has his table set up, and he sees a sign, and he's just like, man, that is just the cringiest thing in the world. And it's just like, no, it's not. It's not cringy, man. If that's cringy to you, then you have an extremely low cringe tolerance. And then he like zooms in on a picture of his face, and it's just like, I guess it's supposed to be funny. Charlie's smiling, like, but it's just, if you don't follow Parker and you see this, you're just like, that's not funny. That's not funny, and it's not cringy either. The other thing, it's just like, what he's doing is just so dishonest, and I get this sort of thing brings in clicks, but it goes on from there. So after asking Charlie a couple questions, and just like everyone else, Charlie only gave him 2 questions, and Parker, for some reason, ends up trying to drag it on and turn it into a him versus Parker show, but Charlie naturally is just like, nah, I got other people to talk to, man. And then Parker's next move is to be like, yeah, look how scared Charlie is. Oh my, look at the fear. I can just see it in his eyes. And it's just like, meanwhile, Charlie's just sitting there looking as he always does, and I think that Parker knows this, but it helps him get clicks to say things like this, because a lot of people like to watch content creators that confirm their confirmation biases by being petty and using underhanded tactics and logical fallacies like this. But what struck me in this particular video is that these things aren't even happening, and they're just blatantly untrue. Like, you're showing up to a school that you don't belong to, a university. You're demanding that he continues a debate with you that he didn't go to that college to do, and then you say shit that is just not true. Like, it's not cringy. It's just a picture of a man's face. He's not scared. I mean, he does this for a living. Like, even if he didn't want to debate you because he thought you were going to win, he's not scared. Like, there's no fear in his eyes. Like, I don't know why people like this type of content and don't call it out, because even if Parker agreed with what I believed politically, I think it's something that needs to be called out. I wouldn't agree that, that Charlie would look scared when he's not looking scared, and I've called this sort of behavior out before, but I think we need to bring more attention to this intellectual dishonesty, man. Yeah, I'm giving him views by talking about it, and I'm doing exactly what he wants, but it's just like, he should be above these cheap tactics of just making stuff up blatantly and saying, oh, look what's going on, when it's not going on, man. Like, and the worst part is that, like, I've watched some of Parker's debates, and he does this sort of thing a lot. Like, it's like this, he comments on the meta of the conversation and points something out to own them, quote unquote, and it's not true. Like, even the title of the video, like, Charlie Kirk's so embarrassed, it's like, what the hell are you talking about, man? This sort of gotcha content, I can't deal with it. So I just wanted to make a video about this. I don't see it talked about enough. Like, I know that everyone's feeling it when they watch it. Not everyone, but a lot of people feel it, and there's no words to be put to it because they're focused on what they're talking about as opposed to the things in the background that somebody's doing that aren't right. But I feel this sort of thing needs to be discussed more and called out for what it is, man. It's just cheap. It's cheap tactics. I don't think there should be space or room for this in the YouTube commentary or political debate space. And like I said before, it's often left-leaning people doing it, And when I say that conservatives dominate the debate space, I'm not saying that as a statement saying that they're more right necessarily, even if I believe they are. It's more like I see for some reason people like Parker and left-leaning people doing immature crap like this, and I think that they could be way better off if they were held to a higher standard and held themselves to a higher standard than making cheap content like that. Anyway, y'all, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for listening. Peace.